back. You know what? I decided I want to do signs today. I haven't did signs in a long time. I'm also doing something else extra. I'm adding names, and I said I wasn't gonna do that, but I think it's kind of entertaining. Since you like entertainment, I think it's kind of entertaining to add some names to this. See what this is about. So I'm gonna do some signs, y'all. Okay, let's see who I pull first. I'm gonna try to do them all today, so we can get some specifics with some of these signs. All right. Holy Spirit, Archangels, please allow me to channel messages that surrounds whatever sign that may come out. Spirit guides, ancestors of the highest light. Tell me what sign we want to work with today, what we need to know. Libra. First one that popped out, Libra. So, I know a few Libras actually. Um, Definitely know of a few Libras. One specific one that's been in my energy very hard for the last few days. Probably longer than that, but more so noticeable, very noticeable, all in your face type of stuff for the last few days. Uh, so that's what we're doing right now, y'all, Libras. All right, let's see. What is in the energy for Libras? Well, a few Libras. Got my signs, but we ain't gonna call them out right now. My names, rather. So let's see. Says Libras in the energy. They need some attention. Let's see. I just seen celebrity, y'all. It's so funny. That's one of the first cards I see while shuffling. Celebrity. So this one might be for a Libra celebrity. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but it could be for a Libra celebrity. So let's see what comes out of here. This Libra celebrity. If they making trouble, they behind the scenes being a coward, doing coward things, or you being a good person. People out here just messing with you. Which one is it? I wonder which one it is. Let's see what's going on with this Libra, possibly a celebrity. Hey, y'all. 111 could be significant. That's what I'm looking at up here. 111. I see sabotage here. Feels as if someone's always watching. So, could have a Libra. Could have a Libra that's watching you. I just finished. What did I just say? Well, I say everything that I always say at the beginning always ends up being a message. Because I've had this Libra and my energy. Yeah, somebody's watching. Somebody's watching. It says stay woke, they be creeping. So you might have a Libra that is constantly watching you and doing things to try to sabotage you. Same token, this could be somebody who's doing this to a Libra, constantly watching them and constantly trying to stop sabotage them. This person could be a celebrity. Doesn't have to be, but I did see celebrity come out. It could be somebody who's well known in just the city, like your local celebrity type of person. It could be somebody who is known in many places. Could be a very popular one. But they're watching someone here, or they're being watched by someone, and they're in the background trying to sabotage something for someone here. Now, why would you do that? Why would you try to sabotage someone here? See a private party. I can see a future with you. But I didn't read that like that initially. When I just glanced down, I seen if I can't have you, nobody will. So I don't know. That's what my mind told me that said. The card doesn't actually say that. It says I see a future with you. White. Something could be significant about white here. It says healing, purification, protection. Could be somebody's color. Somebody could be white. Psalms 55 says changes. Deliverance from the city of people you know that come up against you or betray you. So you got a Libra here who's purposely, I just said that, sabotaging. They are purposely trying to sabotage somebody. This is a person who is actively betraying someone here, trying to keep someone oppressed. So Psalms 55 is for the deliverance from the city of people you know that come up against you or betray you, um, or from some type of oppression. In Psalms 56, it says protection from oppression and death. So you might have someone wishing death on you here. It says public humiliation. This person could feel like they have been humiliated, or they could be trying to humiliate you in public here. It says drama queen here. Phobia here. So this could be like someone's worst nightmare. I see civil rights here also ending. So someone could be, ooh, celebrity again. So confirmation twice on a celebrity. Someone could be actively violating someone's civil rights here, trying to publicly humiliate someone. So you know what it sounds like here? It sounds like somebody is violating someone's privacy while they're going out the way to try to publicly humiliate somebody here. As for your celebrity Libra, sounds like this is what they are doing with that violation of civil rights. Um, so you may have a coward here. If this is somebody who's doing this behind the scene, pretending like they're not doing this, someone who could be doing it and maybe throwing everybody else under the bus, because that's what's kind of been in my energy for the last couple of days. I noticed that somebody would do something, and then in the same token, when they do it, they will throw 10 other people out there as to like try to confuse you about who it's coming from. And so that could definitely be the case here. You could have a Libra who is going out the way to violate your privacy here, to actively violate your civil rights while they are making some attempt to publicly humiliate you here. Drugs could be significant with this person here. They need to get off of them if they have them acting like this, because this sounds like somebody is real ignorant here. We already see phobia right here. Definitely somebody's worst nightmare here. And so says they tried to trick the trickster. So yeah, that's just confirmation for me that whoever this is doing this behind the scene, this is somebody who's pretending like they're not doing anything. This is someone who's in a real coward type of energy here. Somebody's behind the scene playing games and then acting as if it's not them, like they are just living their life here. Like they're not doing anything wrong, like they are focused on whatever it is they're doing. But the truth is, they are actively focused on you and trying so hard to try to embarrass you. And the truth is, they should be embarrassed themselves for having to stoop this low. It's got to be the drugs in your brain here. Um, y'all remember that commercial that used to say, "This is your brain on drugs"? I feel like that is the case here. This is somebody's brain on drugs, because it seems like they are actively pursuing someone just to try to publicly humiliate this person. And why would you be doing that? When I think about the Libra who has been in my energy, I can't make it up, y'all. I said, why would you be doing that? They hate you. That's why they're doing that. So when I think of the Libra who's been in my energy, it's so funny because I've done nothing but lift them up in a process of me feeding my energy to them and doing things to uplift them. They have made a drastic movement in their life. And so you would think they would be giving me all the praises. You would think they would be out there doing something to try to help the situation. You would think they would be someone out here who's had my back while I have endured the most from other people. I don't know. Maybe this is somebody here who you poured into. Maybe this is somebody here who you shouldn't have never given your energy to. Maybe this is somebody here who's like, that child when they first get that first lick of that blow pop and that candy, when they first taste that sweet stuff and they don't know how to they don't want to let it go here. This could be one of those things here. So it could be a person who's dying on the inside for your attention, and you may not be giving it to them like they want here. This is why this person could hate you. I see ego. This person could be self-centered and in their ego. Yeah, it's the person who is focused on themselves, what they get from the situation. And so you may have very well been someone good to this person, but once it wasn't reciprocated, so to speak, then you went on about your business here. And this could be someone here who is dying to get that attention back on them, who is dying for some of that energy that you have. And I would let them die. I let them die out. That's what I would do. Yeah, I just seen something here. Capricorn, poison. I just seen something. That's not what I seen. Yeah, silly rabbit tricks are for kids. That's what I seen. So again, this could be someone who's went out the way to try to trick you, try to pretend as if they are being good to you somehow in the background. And so again, this would be like some coward type of moves here. This would be someone in your face pretending to be good to you while behind your back they are talking about you. Behind your back they are spreading rumors. Behind your back they are gossiping. I see a time for healing here. Family could be somebody's family. I see a sugar daddy here. This could be somebody who is a sugar daddy to somebody who's in your family. This could be someone who's sleeping with, well, look, y'all, as I'm saying, I was about to say this could be somebody who is sleeping with one of your family members. They could also be sleeping with their ex here. So whoever this is still sleeping with their ex. Could also be a sugar daddy to one of your family members, because I seen family first and then sugar daddy popped out. So this is someone who could be sleeping with their ex. They're sleeping with one of your family members. This is a sugar daddy. So they're giving up money to one of your family members, which would explain this silly rabbit tricks are for kids. Because the first thing popped in my head when I seen tricks are for kids is everybody know it ain't tricking if you got it. Those were T.I.'s famous words, who just so happened to be a Libra as well. So, yeah. So you got someone who doesn't mind tricking here. Sugar daddy here. They pay for the tricks, who they hang around here. You got someone who also has their ex they're still sleeping with. Someone who's very self-centered and their ego here. Someone who doesn't like you, but they watch you constantly here. This is a person, this is like some very special, I almost hate to say it like that because I don't want to offend people who are actually have been in special ed, but this is some very special stuff here. And I don't mean special in a good way. I mean in like a slow type of way here. Yeah, like they've had too much of this going on. And this could be the reason why somebody who hates you would constantly watch you and try to sabotage you, try to do things to come up against you, try to publicly humiliate you here. But again, someone's worst nightmare. They're trying to publicly humiliate you. So yeah, I see evil. Something could definitely be significant about white. White could be a last name. White could mean healing, purification here. You might need to be protected from this person because they hate you, but they constantly watch you. And that sounds like a psycho to me. Someone who hates you, but they're constantly watching you here. Someone who's going to constantly be trying to sabotage you in the background, but they, like, why would you even watch a person here? DA, take that shit to trial, law and order here. And so, yeah, you may definitely have some type of project ghetto here. This person could be ghetto. Person maybe from the projects here. I see evil here. Projects ghetto. This person could be evil here. Got loyalty in reverse. This person's not loyal here. I don't know what's behind this. Spiritual. This person could definitely be doing spiritual things to try to humiliate you. DA could be significant here. I see red rum could be significant here. Could be something about that. I don't know. They may be trying to do that to you. This is something they may have done to somebody already. It says take that shit to trial, whoever this is for. Because, and then law and order, which also has DA on here. So something can be significant about the DA. Maybe they have some type of connection to the DA here. Maybe the DA is looking into something that has to do with this person. If they have anything to do with that red rum that I just showed you here, could definitely be something like that. First class, we already seen this person could possibly be a celebrity, but first class here, this person has some type of money here, and they are attacking you for some reason. They have money but no life, evidently. They got all the time in the world to sit up and watch you and try to come for you. This person, I can't make it up, I just cut the deck. This person is definitely a famous person. This is confirmation. Celebrity came out twice. Famous is coming out. Right behind famous, you have prestigious here. This person is a famous person here. I see community effort. This person could definitely be well known in the community here. And they could be, if this is a person who's famous, well known within the community, they could definitely be paying people in the community to do stuff. Which reminds me, it's so funny because yesterday I was at the gym, and this one person from my gym, it's like a newer person. He ain't been working there very long. Originally he was very nice. After that, it's like it kind of, like for the last maybe couple of weeks, I've been noticing he's been kind of acting funny. And I just kind of never minded. I read through the energy a lot. And so although he didn't say anything specific, like I said, I feel the energy out. And boy, when I tell you the energy tells stories to me. So I just felt like he was acting funny. Some strange has been about him for the last week or so. But I didn't say anything, I didn't think too much of it. I'd go in there, do what I'm doing, I'll leave out. I noticed he wouldn't speak sometimes. He wouldn't say anything when I leave sometimes. And that's part of, you can tell, because everybody else does it. It's a specific thing they say. That is part of their job description. But I noticed, like I said, for the last couple of weeks, he's minimized that. And like I said, I just read through the energy. And so, I think it was yesterday, I was in the gym. I just got there. And it's funny because I was just saying this about it ain't tricking if you got it from T.I. Song, who is also actually a Libra. But I went to the gym. I went in. He said too much of anything. One of the other guys that was there when I first walked in, he told me, have a good workout or whatever. I said thank you, and I went to walking towards the back, and the two of them was having a conversation out loud. Well, I'm in my own head, so I wasn't paying too much attention to the conversation. So I don't know exactly what was said between the two. All I remember was hearing his response as I was walking off. And he was like, yeah, you know, like T.I. song says, you can have whatever you like. And I just kind of looked. It threw me off for a second. It threw me off. Actually, it threw me off a lot. For a few seconds, probably. That was stuck in my head for some reason. But I said that to say, look, I just cut the deck. This could be an artist here. Avarice here at the top of the deck. It says having or showing an extreme greed for wealth or material gain. It's the person who's greedy. It's a person who's self-centered. They're greedy, and also like the T.I. song says, they're unhappy with the riches because they're piss poor morally. That's what his song says. So yeah, I don't remember what song that was on in particular, but that definitely significant here. Somebody who already has money here, somebody who already has clout is watching you, whoever you are, and they are trying to, it's like tear you down. They're trying to humiliate you for some reason. They are coming for you and whatever it is you're doing. They could be coming for your career here. This could be a person trying to keep you from making it and whatever it is that you're trying to do. I see love spell here. Somebody could do love spells here as well. Paranoid, unemotional person here. I see body odor, feet. I can't make it up, y'all. I can't make this up. I'm shuffling. I will not make this up. Just know that, okay? I'm not going to make any of this up. So they could have some type of body odor, something going on with their feet. Their feet. Yo. Okay. So this person is greedy here. Soul sucking here. Yeah, I just cut the deck again on soul sucking. Soul sucking here. This person can definitely be on the other side of the light side, which means somehow of the darkness here. It says you will win that fight that you didn't even know you were running. And you know what? That race. And you know why you didn't know you were running that race? Because this person is doing things behind your back here. And so you may have even looked at this person as someone who you thought you could trust at a certain point here. You may have even thought this person had your back here. Hell, at one point they may have even had your back, but they may have turned their back on you for whatever reason. They could have definitely turned their back on you here. I see low vibrating a karmic here. Troublemaker here. Negative actions, low vibrating. Yeah, they could have turned their back on you for some reason here, and it could have something to do with abundance. Maybe they was paid to do something to you. This could be a person who was just, you know, kind of like leeching or being like a parasite when it came to you and your energy here. And so if you were giving this person some really good energy and you pulled back on it because they weren't doing the same for you, then that could be definitely a reason why this person could be going through some type of mental instability right now, because this person seems to be missing that or lacking that, whatever. And so this person could definitely be some type of well-known person here. And again, you know, if nonprofit, this came out twice, and I don't even know if I said this the first time it came out because I was too busy talking about something else. But this the second time this has come out. This person could also have some type of nonprofit group. You know what? It always kills me inside when people like this who are truly dark by nature, they are truly dark people here, but they would go out the way and get some type of non-profit group. And then you know, clearly this person's already popular. They have you looking at them as if they are these these good people that wants to do stuff for the community so bad, and the truth is they spend their time doing this, trying to sabotage people in the background. The truth is they look at, I see family here, sabotage. So this could be somebody's family here who is sabotaging them. This Libra could be somebody's family member. It could be the Libra's family member who's somebody trying to do this to the Libra here. But you got set up here. And sabotage, I cut the deck on sabotage again. I was trying to get the back card here. What does this say? Clout chasing here. Somebody wants some attention. Somebody wants to be in the mix here. Set up here. And sabotage again. And so again, this could definitely be a Libra who is doing this, or somebody is doing this to a Libra. But whoever this is already established. They have some type of name about themselves already. They can't make it up, y'all. Didn't I say they could have been paid to do it? They're paid to do it. And that's why that it came to me, unhappy with the riches because you're piss poor morally, because this is somebody who already is established here and they're being paid to do stuff to you. And so you would think they would just, you know, have morals about themselves and say, nah, I'm just going to turn down this money here. But they're not turning it down here. You got somebody who's actually being paid more money because for some reason they need money on top of money here. Maybe they needed to help them pay for a lawyer, because I know at the end of the day you're going to come for these people just as if they came for you, but you know, the legal way, the right way you do it here. For people who go out the way and try to fight spiritually, these so-called spiritual gangsters out here who go in the spirit and they do dirty things here. And you know what I noticed? A lot of people who go out the way to do black magic, to invade people's privacy and do all that extra stuff in the spirit, they do it to people who are not going to sit up here and go back and forth with them in this spiritual type of way. They do it for people who they feel like have no protection and aren't going to come for them. They do it to people they feel like they can get away with it with. I see a gold digger here. We already said somebody here is doing something for money. They're paid to do whatever this is that they're doing. I see body odor again. Luxor, Egypt. Somebody could be doing some type of Egyptian magic. Somebody with a body odor could be doing some type of Egyptian magic here. I also see Quasimodo, the townspeople. And so we've seen community effort here. The townspeople could be scared of this person here. They could know what this person is capable of doing, especially when they're using their resources they have to come after people here. And so they, in one token, they want to look like they're the good people in the community. But in the other token, people who know what they're really about are scared of this person here because of what they can do here. Possibly ruin your career, have you blacklisted. I see corruption here. And so this person, I can't make it up, they work with the police. Corruption here. And so you have a person who is with the police here, working with corrupt police officers here, doing black magic here. And I also see contact a lawyer here. Work wife or work husband here. And so this could be someone you work with, or this could be someone who... we already see they work with the police here. And so with this work wife, work husband here, they could be very close, maybe inappropriately close to someone who is an officer or someone who is some type of law official or has something to do with justice. It could be a lawyer here they're very close to. Could be, hell, I don't know. It could be like the DA in your city. DA came out a few times. What else did the card say other than DA? Jail, lawyers, um, yeah. I don't know, I can't remember what else it said. There are several things on there, but DA also came out. So this could be a person who has some type of relationship with people, city people here that they work with here. And this person, they do black magic here. They don't like you. They're coming for your reputation by trying to publicly humiliate you here. And so far, I don't see anything that you could have did to them. And so this is a person we already seen. They're paid to do it. And so they are using their reputation. They are using their privilege, their power they have here to try to ruin someone. And they're working with corrupt officials here to do it. They're being paid to try to ruin somebody behind the scene here. And it may be the corrupt police officers who are paying them to do it, these corrupt officials, whoever this is, these city people here that they're working for to try to ruin you here. Buddy, girl, it would be fly if you were my B-U-D-D-Y. And I just seen relationships. Didn't I just say that they could have some type of inappropriate relationship here with somebody who is works for the city here? I just seen governor and mayor here. They could definitely, they could be sleeping with someone here who is working, some type of official who works for the city here. I don't know what position they could have. I guess it's a number of positions that this person could have, but that is who's giving them the green light here to do what they are doing. And so you got officials here. This is something big here. You got officials here who may be paying somebody to try to ruin your reputation, doing things, sending subliminal messages to you. I have to be careful. I know every celebrity isn't trash, but evidently this one might be either this celebrity or somebody around this celebrity doing it to them. But you got to be careful about the people who we aspire to be like here. You got to be careful about the people who we look up to here, because everybody not worth looking up to. Some people do the most outrageous things behind the scene, and nobody's perfect. I say that 1,000 times over again. But you know, for the most part of it, we tried to be good people. You have people here who are used to what they're used to here. And I'm not going to mention any names, but I see BMF. This person could be connected to BMF. I won't go out the way and say any names here, but we've seen where celebrities get so used to doing whatever it is they've been doing because they are able to get away with it because they have these connections like this to people who work in the city, for your local police officers, for the connections to the mayors and the governors here. And so you see them, they get away with stuff for so long until they rub the right person the wrong way, and then all of a sudden their whole life comes crashing down. All of a sudden their whole career is being sabotaged. All of a sudden they're spending years in prison for stuff they've been getting away with for years. And so it just goes to show you that certain people are around who allow these people to get away with certain things for so long. And so you have to be careful again about the people who you look up to, the people who you aspire to be like, the people who are inspiring you, the people who you feel like are such good people, because they may in all actuality not be anything. It could be someone from the bottom of the barrel type of thing. Could be someone like this person here who is behind the scene trying to sabotage you and your career. Evil here. And then you have to think about it. If they're doing it to you, how many other people have they done this to? And you have to question stuff like that. How many other people's career have been ruined? How many other people have been blacklisted in the community because of black magic being done, and you have people working with corrupt officials to try to ruin other people? These collaborations being done in the background and people being paid to do certain things. Set up. Somebody's trying to set you up. Yeah. somebody's trying to set you up here. So they could be trying to get you to go to jail. They could be, again, we already seen sabotage. They're trying to sabotage something you have going on. They could be trying to have you blacklisted within the community, within the state, within the country, wherever you are. Depends on how big the celebrity is here. This person I see has a bad attitude here. We already see they sleeping with the ex. They could be sleeping with one of your family members. And they also have some type of inappropriate connection to someone who works in the system here, some type of official here that should not have this connection to these people. And they're being paid to do whatever this is that they're doing here. And so you have these people in the background trying to set you up here, trying to make you look a certain way, when the truth is their truth needs to come out. These are the very people who should be locked up themselves, probably. Like I said, there's no telling how many people they've done this to here. People should lose jobs after this, because whatever connections they have with people who are paying them to do this, it's corruption all day long. And so people should lose their jobs here. These people's careers should go down a drain, just like other people's careers have. Because these people are not deserving of having fans here. They're not deserving of have other people look up to them for the lies and the illusions that they give, because that's what they're giving, illusions to people, like they are these good people, like they are appreciative of the things that you give them, like they are appreciative of the attention that you give them, like they are deserving of being lifted up in some type of way. And the truth is they aren't. And because they aren't, because they are who they are, they do weird things behind the scenes to try to hurt other people. And that's how they move up even further, by doing what they have to do. Some people may even call that a sacrifice. You know, you got some people who call that a sacrifice here. When people do what they do behind the scenes to ruin someone else, and it in turns make their careers better. It in turns enhances what they have going on here. And so you have people who are like this, who are evil behind the scenes, but in the front they act like they are holier than thou. In the front they act like they are really God-fearing people. In the front they act like they are for the very community who half of them may be scared of because of what they do behind the scenes, because people know. Filing fake reports here. You got somebody who could also be filing fake reports on somebody, and it says they were paid to do it. And so this, again, it's the Libra here. Could be a Libra's family member here. This could be a Libra who is your family member here. Something significant about family. Could be a Libra who is sleeping with your family here, because we seen they a sugar daddy here. You know, everybody know it ain't tricking if you got it. They paying, you know, they pay for what they want here. And they got someone behind the scene filing fake reports here. They're doing things to try to humiliate you. They have this non-profit here, and so they appear to be, I see cyberbullying as well. They have this non-profit here, and so they appear to be a person who is for the city. But at the same time, they're doing things to tear down people in the city, because we know this is just not a one-off thing here. This is someone, it says, who works with the police officers, and they work with the corrupt officials, not the good ones. They working with the corrupt ones here. I'm sorry, y'all, it's a little bit hot in here. And so we already know what that looks like. People being set up out here. I see a new life, identity theft here. Like I said, people being set up, sabotage, police reports that are fake, paying people to say certain things, look at you a certain type of way. It's no coincidence that I was saying what happened to me in the gym, how one day or for a little while the guy seems to be just fine, and then all of a sudden I come in there and he's acting a completely different way, and then just yesterday he decided out the blue to say something that struck me as odd immediately. Immediately it struck me as odd. The first thing he says, well, it wasn't the first thing, it's just what I happened to catch, because honestly I have no idea what they were talking about. No idea what they were talking about. I just specifically, and that's how I'm giving messages sometimes, y'all. Um, when it's something that you're supposed to hear, they make sure that you hear it. So although I wasn't listening, so to speak, although I wasn't really paying attention to their conversation that they were having, I was able to catch that one part, which I feel like was the only part I was supposed to hear anyway, because in my mind, as I was walking away, I'm thinking to myself that this guy has been acting real funny for the last week or so, and I don't know why, but that's the story of my life. I have people actually going around places where I frequent, and they're paying people or spreading rumors. They pay people to go in where I frequent and spread these rumors, tell these lies. And so y'all know, if y'all been with me for a while, we've watched people. I put them on camera, put them on blast, and showed y'all these people who they have in and out the places that I go to. And so the gym is no different. It's no different. I've seen people in and out of there. Matter of fact, a couple people that I've seen in there, I automatically thought it was from one person, only to scroll down my YouTube page and see that person with another person. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go into so much more detail, because all of this is intertwined with each other. Like all of it goes right there together with each other. I want to go into detail so bad, but yeah, we already know that that's what people do. I've shown y'all, I've talked about it before, and so it wasn't a big deal, because I'm used to it, so to speak. When I noticed that he started to act funny, I just kept doing what I was doing. It doesn't matter. I don't go in there to make friends. I've been going there for quite some time. I don't go in there to make friends. People who want to talk to me go out their way and they talk to me. People who don't, they don't. I mind my own business when I go in there. I do what I gotta do when I leave. And so it's no big deal. I just took mental note, that all of a sudden his energy got real shiesty. All of a sudden he started to act funny, and it's no coincidence that I was actually thinking that in my mind when I was walking off, which is probably why I did not hear the conversation that the two men were having. Because in my mind, I was thinking about how funny he's been acting for the last couple of weeks. And just so happened, before I could complete my thought, I kid you not, before I can complete the whole thought of, man, he's been acting funny for the last couple of weeks, I hear him all of a sudden say something about, like the T.I. song says, you can have whatever you like. And I looked up, and as I looked up, he was looking at me, and I was looking at him. And I really wanted to say something more than that, because like I said, all of this kind of goes together. But I'm going to hold off on saying that right now. Y'all just remember when I said this. That it all goes together. And so if I ever come back on here and start talking about it again, and I go into more detail, y'all just remember when I said this. So yeah. Anyway, let's see what you could have done to this person. What was done to this person here? Jealous. This is something being done out of jealousy here. I see a boss. Malachite, removing negative energy and for balance. Black tourmaline says protection of unwanted energies here. Psalms 109, return curses sent by those who condemn you. Psalms 140, for those who plot, scheme, and slander your name. That's what somebody's been doing behind the scenes, y'all. They've been sending negative energy. They've been going out the way to try to sabotage whatever you have going on. They've been in the background trying to publicly humiliate you. They've been filing fake police reports here. They work with officials who are evidently corrupt as well because they're allowing this to go on. Somebody does black magic here, and they're trying to sing you different things. They slandering your name here. If this is a person, which like it says, some type of celebrity, some type of person with the status, somebody who's first class, so to speak, someone who already has money, definitely contact your lawyer anyway. But that's a lawsuit for whoever this is going around slandering your name. That's defamation of character here. It may have been a smart thing to do, but it wasn't wise here. And so this person may think they are doing something here that's gonna break you down for some reason. I just kept the deck here on social media, and so they could be doing a lot of slander here on social media here. They could be doing a lot of slander, a lot of defamation when it comes down to social media here, whoever this is. Exploit. Somebody could be being exploited here. I see get out. Somebody could be in some type of interracial relationship here. I see lust. So funny because the person that I mentioned, it's like this falls right. Yeah. White. Gold digger. So you may have someone who is white who is a gold digger here. You may have someone whose last name is white who is a gold digger here. I just seen get out again. So it definitely could be some type of interracial relationship here. One of the two parties could definitely be a gold digger. One of these two parties could be a family member, especially if they are married here. And this person could be the one that's behind the scenes slandering your name here. This could be the person that's behind the scene who is doing all the things here on social media here, trying to defame you, trying to sabotage you and whatever you have going on. I just seem toxic. This person could be in a toxic relationship, and it could be the other half of them. That's their family that's doing this here. So take it how it resonates with you. I see wealth, but somebody definitely works with people in the city. We already seen do some type of work for the police officer. So whether that is them actually working with the police officer, they could be, I don't know, maybe sleeping with someone who has some type of official position here. They could, be one of those people who, a few years back when I was working for public storage, they would come over to the storage sometimes, and I don't know, I guess people reported certain things moving over there, and they would come over and they would ask me, but per the rules, we could not allow them to go in somebody's space without some type of warrant. And so it's just what it is. I had to follow the rules when they came over there. And so they would ask me sometimes. I had them ask me one particular, I was about to say sometimes, but I had them ask me this one particular time before, if I wanted to be an informant. And I thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was kind of funny because I was thinking, what a nice name to put behind snitch. You want me to tell you about these people and what I see going on back and forth here at this storage. And so I thought it was just the funniest thing for them to ask me, one of the officers in particular, and he was like, "Yeah, you get paid for it. You know, we'll pay you for it. If you be this, whatever this is." And I was like, "Yeah, no, thank you. I'm gonna pass on that one." And you know, I laughed like I'm doing now. We sat out there and talked a little bit longer. They was trying to talk their way into somebody's space, y'all. They was trying to talk their way into somebody's space, but of course I couldn't, you know. Her policy is nothing that we could have done anyway. So to me, it was just kind of entertaining standing out there. But I said all that to say that this person could be some type of informant here. They could work with the police on that level here. You know, we did see they were getting paid to do it. And I specifically remember that one in particular. He was like, "Yeah, you get paid for it. We'll pay you for it." Um, yeah, I didn't even entertain that. I entertained myself with the conversation because they are funny. You know, shout out to the police anyway. I see federal court. I don't have a problem with them. The real ones that are out there who are actually doing their job. I do have a problem with the corrupt ones out there who are going out the way to mind other people's business, going out the way to try to regulate things that should have nothing to do with them, going out the way to work with people with statuses to try to ruin somebody else here. I see federal court. So something could be going on with federal court here. Yeah, you know, you do have a problem with all the cricket ones because if they do it to one person, they will do it to several other people. And, you know, certain is not in your job description. It's not for you to do. It's not for you to overstep your boundaries. It's not for you to be power hungry out here doing certain things to people that don't deserve it. Man, it's just it is what it is. I see feds are listening. Great. I hope it's the good ones that are listening because I'm sure y'all understand exactly where I'm going with this. I see investigation. Someone could be being investigated here. It's a scam. They want to close your third eye here and say, okay, somebody could be being investigated here. Somebody could be under some type of fake investigation here because of whoever this is that's been filing the fake reports here. And so this person, whoever's been filing the fake reports here, out there trying to slander your name, this person could have wanted you under some type of investigation here. This person could have some type of officials in their back pocket here they could be working with to try to do certain things. And emotional here. Yeah. See, won't let go. So this could be somebody that jealous. Somebody could have had some type of connection with somebody here, and they may be trying to end. Hell, it could be a marriage. It could be a marriage here with somebody here, and they're trying to end that marriage or whatever connection they had to this person, and the person doesn't want to let go here. You got depression here. And so because of that, somebody could be doing things behind the scene to you, trying to ruin your reputation, slandering your name, trying to get you to go to jail by setting you up, by filing fake police reports here. This is somebody who has it out for you because they're jealous and they're using their connections here. Their privilege, their power here, their money. Because you know, with money comes power. With power comes certain privileges, or with they're using that to be able to do what it is that they're doing, and they've been able to get away with it so far. Be explosive. Somebody could be quick to anger here. This person here have an attitude. They need to learn how to control their attitude here. They first need to learn how to control themselves because this person clearly has a lack of self-control here, because if you have this type of money here, you think you'd be trying to protect it out here, and protecting your money, your assets don't go along with slandering somebody's name and filing fake police reports and using your power and your privilege to try to mess over somebody here, because that's a nice lawsuit. which means you don't care about giving up that money here. You have wealth. And if I was whoever it was, I would definitely go straight for that, since you evidently don't care about it here. Paid actors all around you here. Soul sucking. These people want your third eye closed, especially if you are like me and you can tell what it is that they're doing here. They don't want you to be able to see them for who they are and what it is they're doing. They don't like your appearance, which is probably saying they don't like the light that you carry. That's what that is here. They don't like your appearance, because your appearance should have absolutely nothing to do with them. They don't like the fact that you may be liked. They don't like the fact that you may speak the truth when it comes down to things. They don't like the fact that you could be getting more attention than they are actually getting here. Now someone feels like they made a mistake, and you're going to make them feel like that even more when you get this attorney here. Definitely be somebody in the music industry here that's going out the way to try to ruin your reputation here. Quasimodo came up again. So either the town is scared of these people because they know what they're capable of doing behind the scene, or this is what they are trying to do to make the people look at you a certain way here. They could be saying things behind the scene to make people scared of you, to make people look at you a certain way. And something's definitely taking place in federal court here. I see new contracts here. Somebody, I don't know, somebody could be being fired here, or we already seen they working for somebody here. Business to business. These new partnerships could be coming together here behind the scenes. Something's taking place in federal court, y'all. I see recommendations. Some things could be recommended here. You could have new clients, new people coming together, working together with this business to business here. I see well dressed here. And I also see ODD, oppositional defiant disorder. That's someone who goes directly against the rules, directly against the law. Because again, we already see, and I can't make it up, y'all. We got it right here again. I was just about to say we already seen corruption, and here it is, just popping right back out. Corruption here. You got someone going directly against the grain here. Military, somebody could have some type of military experience here. I see war here. And so yeah, that's what I have, y'all. I wasn't trying to go this long for Libras, but that's what I have for Libras here. Definitely some issues that need to be solved when it comes down to these Libras here. They have connections, too many connections here to the wrong people. They are able to use their connections and the privilege they have and the power that they have through these connections, their resources that they have, to be able to do all these negative things behind the scene. And then somebody has the nerve to have some type of nonprofit here. And so while they're doing all these negative things behind the scene, they're somewhere pretending to do good things in public because they want people to look at them. They still need that fan base for them. I will break that completely down, because you don't deserve to be looked up to when you're doing things like this. I see caught on camera. Somebody could be caught on camera doing something here. I see threatening a child. They could be threatening a child here, which is, yeah, that's a whole nother story. Because if you out here threatening a child and you have children, that's a problem that you are establishing for yourself. That's an even bigger problem here that you are establishing for yourself, because wouldn't that be just like when you fight in front of children here? Children endangerment. And so you can't be doing that to other children, and then you have children yourself. So hopefully these people or this person does not have children themselves. Or somebody's out here threatening children here. Says they frequent your job as well, and so whoever this is, they're around where you're around. They're around where you are around, and they're filing fake reports, and they're trying to slander your name behind the scenes. But this comes out of jealousy here. Because I asked what you did, and there's still nothing that comes out here other than jealousy. These people are jealous. Somebody here is jealous. All eyes on me. They definitely watching you. They watching you. And they have other people watching too, because they're doing things behind the scenes to cause other people to watch you. Like you're the one doing something wrong. Somebody could have bought a house recently. Yeah. So I'd be careful here. I see divorce. Somebody could be going through some type of divorce, but their family doesn't like you. Their family does not like you here. Somebody may not be able to have any more children. This is they can't have children here. The church could be involved in this. And third eye, intuition here, illusions here. I see you. There's an imbalance in something. They may be trying to do something to cause an imbalance in your third eye. They could be trying to do something to cause you some type of illusions here. We already seen they want to close your third eye, and so of course they don't want you to be able to look at things and see them correctly here. So somebody's doing something over your third eye here, trying to cause some type of issue, trying to make sure you don't see what it is that you are seeing, trying to make sure something is wrong so they can say, look at her, she's just crazy, or look at him, he's just crazy. Whole time they behind the scenes trying to slander your name here, trying to set you up, get you locked up here. I see secret lovers. Somebody definitely has a secret relationship here with somebody. And we already seen sugar daddy and somebody sleeping with their ex. And I seen family members. Somebody could be sleeping, I'm going to say, with one of your family members. Hell, it could even be one of their own family members, y'all. And stuff gets weird. Stuff gets weird. But somebody's sleeping together with this secret lovers here. And I see Proverbs 17:4-5. A wicked man pays attention to hurtful speech. The hurtful speech is these people behind the scenes slandering your name, trying to defame your character here. That's the hurtful speech. And you have all their followers who are listening to them, who think this is something that's real, when the truth is these people are just real fake. Somebody's here real jealous here, and they're trying to do something to hurt you. And furthermore, they're being paid to do what it is that they're doing. And so they're working with somebody here who is also trying to hurt you. It says, and a deceptive man listens to a malicious tongue. Again, the malicious tongue is these people behind the scenes who are making up things so that people can look at you a certain way here. Just like the, all the time I've been seeing that man in my gym and he's been just fine, and then all of a sudden you go in there and he has this whole different energy about him. You know, that's because people behind the scene do this. It's like the whole time I've been coming up to the gas station, and then I catch this woman all of a sudden who's hanging out at the gas station talking every day, trying to make friends with the cashiers inside, just to try to slander my name, just to try to talk about me so people can look at me a certain way. And so I stopped coming over here after I got into it with her, and I started going over to the other gas station across the street. And she followed me over there. One night she seen me over there, and here she come, just walking across the street to stand in there and just talk to the cashier and make friends with the cashier that's in there, I guess, so she can come put some in his ear next. That's what people are doing here. I see siblings, brother and sister duo here. And so it could be this person's family here. Look, I can't make it up, y'all. This was sitting right at the top. Family doesn't like you. If this family, like if they have brother and sister here, if they have children who are brothers and sisters here, the family doesn't like you, and the family could be doing this, could be paying people to go around and do this. And I see indigo right behind it. Truth, focus here, weight loss. That's the truth here. That's the truth. Somebody's family doesn't like you. And between them or their family members, and I just seen family again, so maybe that's confirmation on family. Between them or their family here, somebody's been going behind the scenes doing the most to slander you, doing the most to make you look a certain way here. It's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm about to end this. I've been on here for a little bit over an hour, and I wasn't expecting to be this long on Libra's reading, but that's what we have for Libra, y'all. And so, if this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. I'll be back with the next one.